Salve, fellow YouTubers! 93 Monster Mike here again with another toy review, this time on the Bandai Movie Monster Series Biollante. So here is her tag. Very nice picture of Biollante herself, and Biollante in katakana. Back of the tag, Movie Monster Series. That 35, that's how much she cost when I picked her up at a booth at Fan Expo Philadelphia almost a month ago at the time of the recording of this video. The inside of the tag, which is very similar to the Bandai Godzilla Final Wars figure that I got last year. So it doesn't really have the bio of Biollante here, but instead all that stuff, so yeah. So, I'm sure you've seen a lot of reviews of this figure, and I just wanted to give my personal thoughts about the Biollante figure itself. I must say that the details are very nice. I love how she's molded in this dark green vinyl with all the veins and vines and plant texture and thorns all over on her body. I also like how her teeth are sculpted in, as well as her tusks and her leafy dorsal plates, obviously a nod to Godzilla, since Biollante is part rose, part Godzilla, and to some extent also human DNA, or maybe human soul, you know, Erika Shiragami. And hey, they even painted the leafy plates all the way down, even to the back here, but did not paint her teeth on the vines on the back, on both sides, which is rather unfortunate. And also a metallic orange for the fleshy nucleus core, and of course this dark red for the inside of the mouth, but the teeth within her mouth are not painted, so yeah. And also her eyes are painted a very pearlescent lavender, maybe some kind of light shade of purple. So, paint job, well, it could use a little more work. Details are not bad. And as for posability, well, it is kind of a shame that the vines back here are not articulated, but at least the front ones are. So, it almost looks like she's like crossing her arms, but rather her vines. So that's 2 points. And the other point is her head. And I'm pretty sure, you know, with as for sizing, so get out my ruler here. Biollante stands at the top of her head, 3 3/4 inches tall, but at the top part of the leafy plates, she stands at about 5 inches tall. But as for length, she's coming in at about 8.5 inches in length. And as for width, yeah, I'd say about 7.5 inches wide, give or take. So, unfortunately, the Bandai Movie Monster Series Biollante will not fit well on scale with say, the NECA 1989 Godzilla. Nor with any 6-inch figures, such as the Bandai Movie Monster Series Heisei Godzilla from the Pink Tag series. However, there is a remedy to this. This Biollante figure does fit well in scale with the Shokugan Godzilla 1989 figure. I mean, look at this. This works. This works perfectly. And yes, that scene did happen in the movie when Biollante did try to partly eat Godzilla. And just one more comparison, just for the heck of it. The Trendmasters 3-inch tall Biollante figure, which was the only Biollante figure I had in my collection up until I got this one. So yeah, the differences between the two, because this Biollante, she has legs. So like I said, I did pick this up at a retailer booth at Fan Expo Philadelphia. You can find this figure on places like eBay, Amazon, or the official Godzilla store website. You may also want to check out your local comic book stores just in case. And she should be, and she did come out recently, so she should be relatively cheap these days. Like anywhere above 40 bucks or over $35, don't pay over that. She's more like 20, 25, 30 bucks max, or even $35 at the most of the most. Anywhere above 35, don't go over that, okay? It is a cheaper alternative to the SH Monster Arts figure. And yeah. So would I recommend it? Well, if you don't have a Biollante figure, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, get it. Well, that's pretty much all I have for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like what you saw, feel free to leave a like. Leave your comments down in the comment section about what you think of this figure and of Biollante herself. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more videos. So until next time, this has been 93 Monster Mike. Wale!